Okay, let's go change some liners. A table. On our robot we go to actions. Today's actions: replace liners. Start. Robot arm will move into position. Hold firmly at the bottom, hold the shell and unscrew. 1, 2. Once again, holding firmly at the bottom and unscrewing. They can be quite tight, but straightforward. 3. 4. Okay, new liners. Okay, what we're going to do now, we're going to fit the new replacement liners. And I find it easier, because we're rubber liners, I find it easier just to squirt a little bit of silicone, food grade silicone spray. This just helps stop the rubber liners getting twisted. Check the rubber seal, it's all good. And then we'll start and screw them in, holding the bottom, fitting nice and square, making sure you don't get it cross threaded. Once you get hold, screw them all the way in, just nicely tight, not too tight, nice and tight, making sure the seal's gone in at the bottom. And the next one, a little bit of spray, just helps to stop them twisting. And then, once again, being very careful not to get it cross-threaded. There we go, once you get started, holding the bottom, holding the shell. This is to make sure we don't twist it inside. Just put your finger in, make sure it's not twisted. Definitely not twisted. Straight. Just gently starting it off. We don't want to get it cross-threaded once again. Just takes a little bit of care. Once you get old, you can feel if it cross-threads at all. It goes stiff. If you get it cross-threaded, don't screw it on. Just take it off and start again. A little bit of patience. Tighten up. Make sure the seal's in at the bottom. And all nicely sealed up. Obviously, once again, check they haven't twisted inside. Everything's good. Lely from Longtown came, and they've just nicely done a service. So we're just checking the ropes. They're all good. They tend to wear at the bottom, but these are new ropes that are on. Yeah, all in good order. Because they've only done a week since they came, so I wouldn't expect anything else. They're all good. And the pipe guards on the twin tubes, they're all good, not curled over. Everything's in good order. Everything's good. Cows tend to kick them occasionally, and it bends them over, and they just click together. They're usually quite good. They last a long time. But it stops the pipe. These are to stop the pipes getting damaged. Once we're done, we need to put the robot arm back into operation. We do is click done. need to put these in there. Changing the rubber liners, I like to put a little bit of silicone spray on, food grade silicone spray. There's a little notch on each one, letter C and a dot. On here there is a little groove, a little notch, that has to go into that groove there, and everything lines up with a picture of a knife and fork, which I don't think you're able to see on camera, but it is there. Everything goes in a nice straight line, so you've got the C, the knife and fork, a little dot and the groove, and we just push those shells over there a little bit tight. Make sure everything's in line. You can't see the C now, so it lines up with a little dot like that, and then we need to pull that through there onto the first groove. Just make sure the groove is in, and that's how you put it through. Now this bit, we've got no use for this bit, it needs cutting off. You need to cut it off within that groove there. The easiest way is the tool that came with the Lely Robot. Simply pop it through there into the groove. Just make sure it's straight, just pull it slightly, make sure it's straight, and chop into the groove. Make sure your fingers are out of the way, keeping it level, and chop. Once you've cut all these rubber ends off and you can find a use for them, we usually just throw them away. But if you can know of a use for them, a good use for them, instead of throwing them away and not being wasteful, leave it in the comments below. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 liners, 2 robots, we need 8. We'll do 1 robot at once. We have a spare set of liners. It's really quite useful. You've always got a spare ready. We'll put these on first, bring the old ones up into the office, and we'll change over to the new ones. And then we'll go do the second robot. So we've always got a spare in hand ready to go. How to do silicone liners. Silicone liners, these come with your robot. Nothing wrong with them, perfectly good. But we decided to use the rubber liners because these tend to be a little bit softer inside, and also it does help with milk speed slightly. Also they're a little bit tighter in the hole, which they give a better grip, especially on effers. The reason we changed was mainly because of milk speed. Silicone liners that came with the robot. These are fantastic liners, nothing wrong with them. Milking duration is about 10,000 milkings. They last a lot longer than rubber ones. I'll show you how to put them together, though we don't use them, but we do carry them as spares just in case. Simple procedure. Once again, they have a little knob on the bottom, and you have a little tool with a line on. Now the knob lines up with the tool, and what you do is click that over there, and put that on there, like that. Okay. These are just to pull it through, so the little rubber knob lines up there with the straight piece there. This is to keep them nice and straight in the shell. The shells are the same, they've got a little notch cut out there. Just slide them through there. The groove pulls it through and keeps it in a straight line. Once again, it has a picture of a knife and fork on there, the A, a little dot, and also the groove, so very similar to the rubber. Push that over there and keep it, make sure it's straight, and then what we do with that, simply just pop it through and it automatically grips. They're a lot easier to put together than the rubber liners. That tail, obviously we don't need it, and we don't need to trim. Just make sure it's properly seated at home, and that's it. Simple little job. Job done. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the video. We'll see you in the next one.